Sir, it is time for your morning exercise.
Hello. I feel like I don't really have much Claude on my channel, so let's see what it's about today. And you all know I like to build stuff, so I'm going to build something with Claude and see how it does. If you want to also see how it does, stay tuned with me and subscribe to this channel, like this video, and this is J Techie, and without further ado, let's get started. So, of course, to engage with Claude, you would go ahead and type your prompt in of what you wanted to do or what information you want. And so I'm using the free version of Claude, so I am limited to Sonnet 5. So that's just for your information. Their latest and greatest is Fable 5. And for complex tasks, they have Opus 5. But today we're going to be testing Sonnet. Alright? And so I have actually already made a thread that I would like to go over with you guys. And that thread is here. And I'm going to go ahead and go over this. So starting from the top, I asked it, can you build a task manager web app? And so it went and cooked and developed, and here's what it said. Here's a task manager ledger style, like running logbook rather than a generic to-do template. What it does, add tasks with priority, click the check box to mark done, filter by all open done with open task sorted by priority, stats line up top, autosaved in the background so your list persists between visits. Alright, so it also thought of the nitty gritty behind the scenes stuff that is required for a task manager. And so at first, here's the task manager. I'm going to go ahead and click on it, and once you click on it, it brings up the preview. And at first the add button was not working on the original run, and then I said the add button is not working, and so it went back and actually fixed the add button, which is good. And now I'm able to use it properly. So let's see, meeting. I have a meeting on Zoom, and that would be tomorrow. So it's gonna be high priority, so you can choose the priority: high, medium, low. I'll choose high priority, and then you can choose the date of when it will be. I'm gonna say tomorrow, and then I'm going to go ahead and hit add. Alright, and so you can filter it by showing all tasks, open task, or done task. And in order to mark a task as complete, you check the mark and it automatically goes to done. And so I like this very much. This actually gets the job done. But one additional feature I would like to see if it can add is I want to be able to choose the exact time instead of just on a date. So let me go ahead and craft a prompt to ask it to add that feature. Alright, so I said I would like to be able to choose the exact time and ending time for the task. So I'm going to go ahead and enter that in, and see if it's able to add that feature for us. Alright, it's thinking, and once it is done putting that in, I'll be right back. Alright, so it said added start and end time fields next to the date picker. Now you can set an optional date plus start and end time for any task. They'll show together on the entry. Alright, let's go ahead and try that out. Alright, so I'm going to have a new task, which is go on a walk. And then this is going to be a low priority task. And then let us go ahead and choose the date for that, which I'll go ahead and choose the 3rd. And on the 3rd, I can choose the AM or PM. So I would like to go at 7. At 7. PM. Alright. And I would like to come back from my walk at 8 p.m. So 8 p.m. Alright. And then I'll go ahead and hit add. And then it says go on a walk. And it's low priority. Okay. So this says go on a walk. And then it says August 3rd, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Alright. That's good. And probably also I would probably want it to sort by priority as well. So let me go ahead and ask it to add that feature, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm gonna ask it, can you also add the feature to sort by priority? And I'm gonna go ahead and enter that in and see what it comes up with, and I'll be right back. Alright, so it said it had added that feature, and let's go ahead and test it out. So let's actually add a couple of new entries. Coding, homework, and that's gonna be high. And then how about vacation is medium. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and sort by priority, and boom, so it did list the most priority first, then the vacation second, and then you can switch between newest and by priority. Alright, that actually makes sense, and that improved the application. And let me ask it for one final thing that would make this pretty good, I would say, is to give me a notification when the event starts. So yeah, I'll just ask it that and see what it comes up with. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm gonna simply say, can you add a feature, notify me when this event starts? So I'll go ahead and put that in and let it cook and see what it comes up with. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back, and it said it has went ahead and added the feature. Let me go ahead and test it out and see how it works. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a new entry, ride my bike And I probably just need to choose, let's see, ride my bike. I'll put that high priority, and I'll put that this very day, and I'll put that in 2 minutes, which would be 4:44 p.m. And then I'll go ahead and add that. Alright. And then I'm going to hit the notify me button here. And I'm going to wait to see if it will notify me once the time comes. Alright. And you guys don't have to wait for it, so I'll inform you when the time comes. Alright, and it has successfully sent the in-app notification, and it actually disappeared by itself as well, and it did do a little chiming sound, which that worked perfectly. Alright, well, right now I'm pleased with what Claude Sonnet 5 was able to do with the application that I told it to build. It pretty much listened to everything I had to say, and I like the interface, and I like the functionality. I don't really have any clear open complaints about how it worked, and so I mean, this is an application that can really be taken further and probably would be useful in real life. And alright, that's what I wanted to show you guys today. I wanted to try out Claude a bit because I don't think I've talked about Claude yet. And alright, well, I hope you guys like this video. Go ahead and like this video, comment on this video, subscribe to this channel. This is Jay Techie, and until next time, peace.